Welcome on into a brand new edition of Talk of the Town, and on this edition we will hear from Jim Barr from the House of Samuel. Tacy Bates from the Cambridge YMCA drops by, and a great organization here in town, the Freedom House. Bob and Marcia Hollins will be here to tell us all about that on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge, Ohio, it's Talk of the Town.
And welcome on into a brand new edition of Talk of the Town, live to tape from the U.S. Bank Studios here in downtown Cambridge. It is your boy, Jeremy Scott, manning the cockpit, as it were, and of course, pushing the buttons behind the cameras. You can't see him, but you sure can hear him, and you see all of his great work. I'm talking about our Mr. Producer, man, Adam Green. Hi, Adam.
Hey, Jeremy, how are you?
Good to see you. It's cold outside.
Boy.
Yeah, as you can probably see behind us.
Hot in here, buddy.
Yeah, boy. Well, thankfully, Adam got here a little bit early today to put on the heaters and make us comfy. So, folks, you know, it's a really giving time of the year. Yeah, I know Christmas has passed, but you can still really be a part of some great causes. Here to talk about some stuff going on at House of Samuel, I have Mr. Jim Barr. Jim, good to see you as always. Very, very nice to see you. So, this flyer that I'm holding right here, it says, "We love spaghetti." No, kids love spaghetti. And we love kids. So, what is this all about? You guys are having a spaghetti dinner?
Yeah, and it's not just to dump the spaghetti onto the kids' heds, as
oh wow, that really does show that, doesn't it? Yeah,
okay? You can dump it on anybody. But no, we're having a spaghetti dinner coming up. We're going to do it Friday, February 8th for the lunch hour, and you can either come in and eat, get it to go, or on Friday, which the 8th is, you can call in an order. If you have more than 5 people ordering, we'll deliver it to you. So hopefully getting some of the businesses maybe on board to help sponsor that. And then on Sunday the 10th, we're doing the same thing. You can take out or eat in. No delivery on Sunday.
At same times as well, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going on Friday the 8th and also Sunday the 10th.
Right, exactly.
You're using the 9th to get all cleaned up from pouring spaghetti over people's heads.
Yeah, and then put it back into the pan, sauce it up, and it's ready to go on Sunday.
Hey, you know what? Nothing like leftover spaghetti. It's very
Never.
good. And what is the purpose of the spaghetti dinner exactly?
Well, the spaghetti dinner basically is getting a jump start on summer activities, summer camps. We send kids to camp all summer long, so we get some scholarships. We pay a portion of it. Families pay a portion of it. So it goes into that kitty of activities for kids. So that's what we're doing with the money, getting a jump start on those very needed things.
Absolutely. And House of Samuel, that's one of many things you do. It's a name that I hear a lot about throughout the year, not just when it comes to stuff like spaghetti dinners. You do stuff like that, but you're really active year-round.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have a foster care program that's been going strong for coming up on 20 years. And right now we're starting the process of our foster parent and adoptive parent recruitment. And so after Christmas and the holidays, give people a chance to breathe. And then toward the end of February, we'll be running the classes. Anybody interested in, looking into fostering, maybe fostered in the past, want to do it again, or maybe just found themselves, have raised a family, enjoyed it, and find that they didn't do too bad. And so there are great opportunities to come on board and help kids, whether it's a short term or long term.
Well, that's a very important job. How long does that class go for?
It runs 6 weeks total. 6 Saturdays is what it's going to be running. But we have a lot of options in there for families that maybe want to get started sooner, to get started, to get some of the preliminary stuff out of the way, some of the paperwork. It's a good process.
Absolutely. And what all kinds of information can people glean from that class? You talk about the paperwork and that kind of thing, but what else can people learn from a fostering class?
The fostering class run here in Ohio is jointly for any families that want to adopt or foster. So anybody that just has an inclination that maybe this is something we need to think about, they will learn things such as, where do the kids come from? What type of issues can I expect a child to have? What are the rules and regulations of the state that I will have to abide by? What is trauma, and how does trauma really affect kids and families? What is it going to do to my existing family? All those things together gives you a great deal of things to think about. Some you've already thought about, some you've never thought about.
Is it required by the state that you take this class or a class like it if you are going to get into fostering?
Yes, it is required by the state.
Okay. And is there some kind of certificate or something like that you receive at the end?
Yes, every class you go to, you get a certificate. Then you get a certificate of completion once you completed all 6 classes. You need that to obtain your license for fostering in Ohio.
Okay. And who all is on the faculty for those classes?
Well, we run through our training through the Institute of Human Services. We have a trainer that's licensed to do the training called Bert Nero. She's been doing it for us for years and years. She's formerly a child service worker for Canton, working in the field of fostering and adoption. So she has a great deal of information to give, as well as a curriculum that is approved by the state.
And she's been doing this for a lot of years now, so she obviously knows what she's doing.
Exactly.
She knows of what she speaks.
Yes, and she knows our agency backwards and forwards. So
if people are interested in signing up for that class, how do they go about doing that?
Just give us a call at House of Samuel, 439-5634.
And are spaces limited?
At this point, we have plenty of room still open, so it's always good to call ahead and get things set up, but we usually always can accommodate. We have a pretty big facility.
And then is there a particular day of the week that you do those classes?
They're going to be offered this time on Saturdays.
Okay.
And it's going to be 9 o'clock in the morning till 4 in the afternoon with a lunch break.
So those are pretty intensive classes then. Each class is 7 hours long. Like you said, there is a lunch break in there,
right.
So the class themselves aren't exactly 7.
Right, they're 6 hours. And if you can't attend an afternoon session, you can still come to the morning session and make that afternoon session up later on.
All right, so that is something to look forward to indeed. And that will, again, like I said, and like Jim said, come up at the end of February. But don't forget about the more immediate thing. This is the spaghetti dinner. It's going on February 8th and also February the 10th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. both days. And just call House of Samuel if you have any more questions about that. Jim Barr, hey, always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you very much.
You've survived car rides with Dave Wilson. I appreciate you.
Yes, it has. It's been difficult, but we have done it.
And somehow we
I have my certificate and my medal.
And with that, we'll be back with more Talk of the Town right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys to teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/YRPTV and be sure to subscribe.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town from the U.S. Bank Studios here in downtown Cambridge. It's Jeremy, and hey folks, before we get into our next segment, don't forget to check out all past episodes of Talk of the Town on our YouTube channel, YRP TV. And of course, like us on Facebook too, YRP TV, home of Talk of the Town. So folks, I know a lot of people are kind of feeling it, and they're feeling the winter blahs. What better way to break those winter blahs than to, I don't know, maybe join the YMCA, get yourself into some shape. Here to talk about all the goings on at the Cambridge YMCA. We have the one who makes it run, Tacy Bates. Tacy, always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So I'm going to go against everything I just said, and I want to talk about the cake auction you've got going on. We're talking about getting into shape, but you guys actually have a cake auction coming up too.
Well, I mean, that kind of works together. You can purchase those cakes out the cake auction, feel guilty, and come in and join, so we can work it around.
Little target marketing there.
Yeah,
I like it.
Absolutely. So again, there'll be the Home Garden Business Expo out at the Pritchard Laughlin in March on the 8th, 9th, and and 10th, we do our cake auction out there. So any local business that wants to do kind of a unique marketing opportunity out there, say you're not doing a booth or you are doing a booth, you can call one of the local bakeries like Kennedy's or Pure Love Bakery, and they'll make a cake with your logo on it, deliver it out there for you, and then you attach with it an auction item. $50 value, and we auction those off. And the proceeds go to our Invest in Youth campaign. So we're able to provide kids with opportunities to go to camp, maybe do some programming like gymnastics, our youth leagues, families that want to make healthy lifestyle choices can't afford the full price, and we're able to kind of give them that subsidy so they can attend. So it's just a great fundraiser option, but it's a chance to have your business, your logo. You can give away business swag. People will donate, any kind of items, and then they auction them off. So you just sign your auction name and number and auction for 2 days, and the winning bid at 5 o'clock on that Saturday, the 9th, gets the cake and the item.
Yeah, I was going to say, that is every March. I mean,
Yes.
You guys are a part of that every single year.
Yes.
And, of course, this year's Home Garden Business Expo will once again be out at Pritchard Laughlin Civic Center.
And we look forward to it. I mean, it's 2 days where I get to stand out there and talk to people as they come in, and I can talk the why, and I can talk programmings, I can talk about the cakes, and, people just don't realize everything we offer. We have youth leagues, and we have gymnastics, and we have fitness, and we have classes, and so it's just nice for me, and it's an out-of-office day, so you can't complain on that one either.
Absolutely not. And you mentioned youth leagues. I want to talk a little bit more about the youth leagues. And obviously, being that it is wintertime, it would really be a good time to get your kid involved in some activities.
Amen.
Rather than sitting inside and playing Fortnite all day long.
Absolutely. Oh, the Fortnite. But no, our youth leagues, we start at age 3. So, I mean, you've got a toddler that needs some energy to burn off, come see us, because on Saturdays we do basketball and on Sundays we do soccer. And I'm taking registration now at the front desk in either building through the 8th of February. The basketball goes up to 3rd grade and soccer goes up to 8 years old. So if you've got little ones that really want to get kind of an opening to it, if they've not played before or if they've been with us before and just want to come back and see us, I've got volunteers that help me run the leagues and volunteer coaches. So it's a good time. And, who doesn't want to get out of the house on the weekends and do a little something for the kids as a family, bring grandma and grandpa, sit and watch and cheer them on. Right. So we enjoy our youth leagues.
And what are the rates for that? I'm sorry.
For a member, it's $25. For a non-member, it's $50. So it's still not, astronomically priced. And those scholarships I talked about, the cake auction benefits those. For anyone who qualifies through Jobs and Family Services, if you want to apply for a scholarship, you can apply for membership or programming like the youth leagues and get a percentage off that cost.
Okay. So it really does behoove you to become a member of the Y.
Yes.
And that's one of many ways in which it does.
Yes.
Yeah. And
absolutely.
Obviously, you always have that access. You always have access to all the fitness equipment, and you guys really go above and beyond when it comes to that stuff. I mean, you have state-of-the-art stuff in there.
We have a lot of equipment in there, and we try to keep it as fresh as we can, and our classes change constantly, so you won't go in and see the same old schedule. There will be little tweaks here and there, and the classes right now are just jam-packed. I mean, even my silver sneakers class had like 23 ladies.
Wow.
And I thought, holy cow.
Right.
It's not just the 20-somethings looking to do a New Year's resolution. It's all ages to come in and take a class or get on a treadmill, get on the Stairmaster that has Bluetooth, or, use one of our squat racks. And we've just got a lot to offer.
All ages and all fitness levels as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm sure that you run the gamut when it comes to people who are in tip-top shape and people who are looking to get into shape. It's all there for you at the YMCA. Tacy, you mentioned classes. I want to touch upon that briefly. You mentioned your silver sneakers class. That's one of many types of classes you have to offer at the Y.
We've got everything from low impact like the Pilates and the yoga up to the higher impact. Tasha does arms and abs, lower body blast. We've got 2 different drumming classes. We've got dance classes. I mean, anything and everything, and all of our instructors are excellent at modifying. So if you come in and you've got, some knee issues and you're not able to bend as much, they can give you ways to modify the exercise that you're doing so that you're still getting a benefit but not stressing your ailment. So
right. So after these leagues are over, after the basketball leagues are over, and so on and so forth, what's next for you?
T-ball.
And when can people start looking for registration for that?
The T-ball registration will go live in March, and we'll register March and April, and we'll play like mid-April through May.
Okay. All right.
So.
And for any more information about the cake auction that's coming up, where can they find that information?
You can go on Facebook. We have an event for that. You can give us a call at 432-4600. You can send us an email at cambridgeymca@rocketmail.com. So you can find us just about anywhere.
Okay, and that's especially for businesses, obviously.
Yes.
But then the cakes, again, they're auctioned off during the home show. And
yes.
You find out on that Saturday whether or not you have won one. I've seen some of those cakes. Some really good ones. Oh, some really nice looking cakes.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, let's put it this way. If their tastes are indicative of, well, if yeah, exactly.
The look is indicative of the taste.
If the look is indicative of the taste, then yeah, you know that you're really in for some good stuff. And as Tacy mentioned, all kinds of people help to make that happen as well. You can look up Pure Love Bakery. Tacy mentioned them by name, so I thought I could as well. Little cheap plug for our friend Tara, who runs Pure Love Bakery. Well, Tacy, always a pleasure to see you. Thank you so much for coming on. As always, always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
I'm sure that it won't be long before we have you back on.
Absolutely.
And we'll be back with more Talk of the Town right here from the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back. Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
Back here at the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge, it is Talk of the Town, and I'll tell you what, folks, right now, as cold as it is outside, you need things like warming centers here in our community, and we are so blessed and lucky that we have that very thing. Here to talk about the very, very, very nice Freedom House, I have got Bob and Marcia Hollins with me. Marcia, good to see you. Thank you so much for being on. Bob, good to see you as well, sir. All right, Marcia. So one thing I want to get into right away, something that you kind of explained to me off the air, there is a difference between a shelter and a warming house. You guys do function as both, but right now with these temps being sub-zero, if not literally, at least when it comes to wind chills, you guys are functioning as a warming house. What is the difference between the two?
Well, the warming center basically is they come in at 8 o'clock at night to 8 o'clock in the morning. When we open up as a full shelter, it'll be open all day long, and they'll be on a program where they're working toward getting employment and housing and that sort of thing. Now, we still provide basically everything that they need at this point. They come in at 8 o'clock, they get a warm bed, they get a meal, they get breakfast in the morning. If they need bus tickets to take the Z bus someplace, we provide that. This past weekend, we were able to stay open the whole weekend because it was so cold and everything was closed. There was no place to go, so we did stay open the whole weekend. When we get the showers and the laundry facility finished, at that time, then we'll open up, like I said, as the full shelter. There'll still be people that just come 8 to 8 because they're either transient or they're not willing to work a program or for whatever reason. However, we have had people come in from different states even where they've been coming through town and somebody's left them. Just this past weekend, Bob took somebody back to Caldwell. We got a bus ticket for somebody to go back to Maryland.
Oh, wow.
So we have all kinds of situations that arise. It's not just people living here in the community.
Right.
But we have had 7 to 8 people since we opened up this year. We opened in November because we had an early onslaught of cold. We didn't have too many in the beginning, but now we're running about 7 to 8 people a night.
Okay, all right. Bob, where are you guys located?
At 710 North 4th Street is the former Lincoln School Building. It is now our church facility and also the shelter outreach as part of the church. You just come right on down to North 4th Street and make it right on North 4th Street. You end up right at our place.
So how do you know whether or not you're welcome there? Everybody is welcome, correct?
Everybody is welcome there. That's what it's all about. You know, we're about helping the community, so everybody that can avail themselves to it, we're more than welcome to come into those doors and be warm.
You don't have to qualify, I guess is what I was getting at. There's no.
If I can qualify, you can qualify.
The only qualification is that you need a place to sleep that night out of the cold. So.
Yeah, and that's why you guys are there. So you talked about the warming center. You talked about what the warming center functions to do and what it purports to do. When will you actually become a full-fledged shelter?
When we get the showers and the laundry facility in, then we'll be a full-fledged shelter. We still have a little bit of work to do in the rooms, but we'll have the kitchen facility. We have an apartment for the director and an office. We'll have a living area, a gathering room.
Sure.
We'll have a women's dorm, a men's dorm. We have one room that's divided up into thirds so that they can have those are family units. So if you have children, you'd be in there with them. So that's a little more protection for them, and a classroom, and then of course we have a large storage area for the things that we need, and we'll have the laundry facility.
Bob, I want to come back to something that Marcia touched upon that I found very interesting. You guys actually help in people getting some employment and that kind of thing?
Yes, we that's one of our transitioning things that we want to do is help people connect to the right agencies to help fill out applications, possibly maybe do some resumes, stuff like that, but hook them up with the right people in the community, because some people either afraid to do that or don't know how to do that. So we want to hook up with some agencies here locally that can help function with us in that, and we have some people already lined up willing to help us do that, so that's pretty exciting. And just watching people, encouraging people to do that, to go out, because a lot of them are just afraid, they don't know what to do.
Right, well that first step is always the hardest step.
Right.
Once you're shown that first step, it kind of writes itself from there.
Yes.
And that's what you guys are there to show and educate about.
Well, encouraging them that they can do it. You know, a lot of people that come in either had some issues with work before, maybe for some reason, but now I know some people won't come in or try to find jobs, simply maybe have a problem with reading or can't fill out the application. So if you can have some one-on-one situation there that someone can help them through that process, hopefully we can get them employed and working and get them a place to live.
Sure. Marcia, are you looking for volunteers?
We always can use volunteers. Some of the situations are a little bit different than others. So if they can call my sister at 740-995-8007.
And who is your sister?
Roberta.
Okay.
And she'll kind of hook them up with the right person. Sometimes we need people who can come in and just monitor during the day if it's cold. We are going to start staying open on Sundays during the day while it's cold, because there's no place to go on Sundays.
Right.
And the libraries are all closed and all of that. We do have, right now, we are able to take people to and I wanted to mention this, to First Presbyterian Church has opened up their facility for the purpose of taking them for showers on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and they can do their laundry there. And the Salvation Army also has showers for them. So that's been a real help.
Sounds to me like the Freedom House is there to be be a part of a network of organizations and nonprofit organizations who are in the community for this purpose.
Yes, we're not trying to recreate the wheel at all. We're just trying to fill in whatever gaps there are. So as we find other places that do certain things, we just incorporate that, wrap that up in there, and send them off to have that taken care of at that agency.
Well, you may not be rebuilding the machine, but you sure are a key cog in it. We really appreciate all that you do for the community, guys.
Well, thank you.
We appreciate what the community has done. They've really been
done tremendous for us and helping.
It's been a blessing.
And that's one of the great things. You see the community coming together because they have a cause and they want to do something. And so we've been very blessed in watching the community come in and help us and support. And for me, since I'm local here and my wife has been here since I've been here, so but I'm from here. Right. And to see the community come together and want to do something on this magnitude is just, to me, really impressive and really great for me to see.
Marcia, thank you so much for coming in. Bob, thank you as well.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to see you both. We'll be back to wrap up Talk of the Town right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
And thanks again to all my great guests on this edition of Talk of the Town. Again, check out that spaghetti dinner going on at the House of Samuel, February 8th and 10th. Jim Barr was here to tell us all about that. Thanks again to him. Folks, a lot of things going on at the Cambridge YMCA, as Tacy Bates talked about. Make sure that you look them up on Facebook. They have a very active social media presence, so definitely check that out. And who knows, maybe even become a member. All kinds of perks of being a member of the Cambridge Y. And hey, the Freedom House here in town, they do such great work. Like I said, a key cog in the machine. Bob and Marcia Hollins, we thank them for being a part of this edition of Talk of the Town as well. It's back, folks. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the ABC Communications and All Ways to Travel Getaway Giveaway Contest. Make sure you head to yourradioplace.com. You can check out all the rules, regulations, and sign-up locations. It's your chance, ladies and gentlemen, to win a trip to the destination of your dreams. It's a $1,100 travel voucher. Wherever you want to go, by any means you want to get there, we want to help make it happen for you. Make sure you get to yourradioplace.com and check that out. And for our Mr. Producer Man, Mr. Adam Green, I'm Jeremy Scott saying have yourself a fantastic day, night, or otherwise.